folks, so I just arrived to the main entrance of the Royal National Park here in Sydney, which is roughly about 40 kilometers south of downtown Sydney, or maybe 25 miles, so it's not too far. So I just had a little bit of a stop here just to mount my cell phone camera on, and yeah, I'm gonna be getting to the main riding area, if you like, of the national park, riding my mountain bike, so looking forward to it. I haven't done this in ages, and I actually have a brand new mountain bike to baptize, if you like. So I'm gonna be turning to the left now, so you can see that sign, Stanwell Park. So here we go. Now around here is popular also with motorcycle riders. They tend to take shortcuts to get to another major city down south, which is Wollongong, which is roughly about yeah, maybe we'll say another 40 kilometers south from here, or maybe 50, something like that, or yeah, a good say 30 miles. So yeah, you get a lot of motorcycle riders around here, and also people coming on weekends like myself to find a good spot. Once we get to the bottom of this mountain, if you like, when we get to the bottom of the valley, and there is plenty of parking there. Some people have to buy money to buy a ticket for the national park. I actually have a free ticket, so I don't have to buy anything, so that's good for me. But it's not that expensive. I think it's about $11 Australian. That would be about $7 US for all-day parking. So I've been here many times. So I know the area pretty well around here. It's a good drive. Sometimes when it rains really heavy, they actually close this back area, or this back of the woods area, because of flooding. So anyway, we're almost there now, so it's just a short little drive. I just wanted to show you what it looks like. See flood sign there, because when we get to the bottom here, just around the corner from here, there is actually a river. So, and when that river floods, you cannot obviously drive through. So this is one area where you can actually park, if you like, right in front of us. Look at this beautiful river. People go fishing in here and everything. It's amazing. So all these can actually really flood all here, and they actually close it down on really bad rainy days. As you can see, people fishing here. And you can also hire a canoe. People bring their canoes and things like that. You can go canoeing. So on my right hand side, you can see a lot of cars parked. I'm just about to turn right here now and go from there. So I'm just gonna make a bit of a stop here first. Make sure that I park well here, because there's also other cars that come from the other direction as well. So alright folks, that's all I wanted to show you here. This is like the main area where you got a kiosk, you can buy a coffee, you buy the parking ticket for the entrance of the national park and things like that. So I just wanted to record this. Alright folks, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you all later. Folks, just had a little stop over there, and now I'm going to get back on the main road here, so I can actually go into the main entrance of the national park. I have to sort of like make a U-turn, so it won't be easy because there's cars coming on both directions. But anyway, I'm lining myself up for it. It's not like it's peak hour traffic, but there's a motorcycle coming. I'll let him go, and then I'll do a U-turn back. Alright, let's go folks. And now just a matter of turning here to the right, and here we got the main entrance to the national park. A few potholes around here, so just gotta be careful where I put the car. On the right hand side you can see this big canopy, if you like. It's like a hut where people, you know, do barbecues and things like that. So this is a very popular area here for mountain bikers and people that go walking, hiking and things like that. There's miles and miles and miles to explore here. So, you know, you can go over this nice wooden bridge if you want. But I'm not going to, because then I'm gonna have to ride back through here. So, you know, the fire trail isn't like this, folks. This is just like a mine driving road to get there. It's all gravel, you know, really designed for mountain bikes. So, and on the right hand side, we've got the river that snakes all the way around for the next 10 kilometers or so. So this is a mine parking area, as you can see. So I'm gonna see if I can find a good shady spot for the car. So I think around here will definitely do the trick. Alright folks, thanks for watching and I'll see you shortly on my next video. Hey folks, well I just arrived to the Royal National Park. Today is Saturday, the 24th of January 2026, and here I got my brand new mountain bike. It's brand new folks, but I actually bought it at least a year ago from memory. It's kind of like hard to remember. I never ridden it. As you can see, the tires are still brand new. Just that I've been busy with many things. So, and the brand is Raid, which is an Australian brand. Tracked 4. And what I like about this bike is that it just got one main cog at the front in the crankset there, by I think it's 10 cogs at the back. So it's got these huge cogs, as you can see here, to ride on the uphills. So yeah, she's brand new, and I had her for a while. So it cost me 600 Australian dollars, and I think it was on special that day. But a couple of months later, or a few months later, I looked online to see how much this bike was still costing, and it went up to 1,000 Australian dollars. So that's roughly about 600 US dollars. That's kind of like about the right cost for a bike of this quality anyway. So and I put here this sort of like this chain protector, if you like, you know, as the chain goes down, hits the rear side here, just so that it doesn't get scratched and everything. So yeah, it looks like a solid bike. And here I got my 2005 Honda CRE. So this is the Prophet's Chariot of Fire, if you like. Not exactly Elijah's chariot, but you know, it does do the trick. So I'm gonna be riding rather on a 10-kilometer track, or a 6-mile track. It's not actually like this. It's more sort of like you know, fire trail. So this kind of terrain will change. So I'm gonna do a video as I go along, and that I got my GoPro with me to film everything. So all right folks, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you all soon. Hey folks, just a heads up on my trail riding. Well, because the bike is actually brand new, I'm getting some ghost shift. In other words, that the bike is actually changing gears on its own. That's because it's brand new, you know, the cables need a little bit of stretching and so on. So I'm gonna have to take it to the bike shop. So what I'm doing right now is actually stretching the cables and things like that, and getting all the gear mechanisms working. And I think it's gonna need a service. So this track here, or this fire trail, if you like, is 10 kilometers long, from start to finish. I'm about now about 1.5 kilometers to almost 2 thereabouts. So that's maybe, you know, 3/4 of a mile, if you like, or almost a mile, something like that. So I'm not going to venture out there because I don't want to end up walking back, 6 miles back. So, but anyway, as you can see, I just wanted to show you the fire trail. I'm gonna ride in safer areas, more out that way towards the entrance of the national park, because if the bike clunks out on me, at least I'm very close to my car. So we got a river here, and normally you see people like rowing and things like that, pedaling. So, and I remember once, right at the end of this track, almost when I hit the 10-kilometer mark or the 6-mile mark, there was a whole bunch of kangaroos, a mob of kangaroos, and they were just staring at me, all looking at me, and I thought, oh, better do a stage left. And so I quietly turned around and came back towards my car, if you like. So you don't want to mess around with kangaroos, they'll chase you and things like that. So, but anyway, that's a story with a mountain bike. It's brand new. I was expecting that I was probably gonna get a ghost shift here and there because the cables need stretching. That's all normal. I'm gonna ride a fair bit now, stretch out the cables and things like that, and then take it to the bike shop, give it a service, and then it should be good on my next ride. So that's it for now, folks. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you all later. So hey folks, as I continue on with my journey here at the Royal National Park, I'm getting a lot more ghost shift on the bike. That's because the bike is brand new, and all the gears and especially the gear cables need a little bit of adjusting, if you like, especially when it's new. You got to stretch them a little bit. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm not going out too far from my vehicle in case I have to sort of like walk back. There's a lot of tracks to explore around here, so I'm just stretching out the bike, the cables, if you like, taking the newness away from it, and then I'm going to take it to a bicycle shop and just get it all fully, all the gears fully adjusted, fully serviced and everything. So I suspect that this was going to happen on my first day running this brand new bike, so I knew that I probably wouldn't be venturing out. But anyway, that's the bike for today. I'm going to be having my lunch at the moment, my sandwiches. There are some interesting holes here, folks, right there. And there's another one there. I'm not really sure what lives there, folks, but I'm not taking any chances. Have a look at these beautiful pine trees here. They're spectacular. And there's a track goes on a little bit more. This is a quiet spot. The popular spots right now, people are stopping for lunch. It's almost 12 noon right now, so I'm gonna have my own lunch. And have a look at this river, folks. Incredible. There's people over there fishing, picnicking, and things like that. And this could be a good place to bring your canoe and things like that. So there's the main road that brings you to the national park, and it snags out to the main road that eventually will take me back to Sydney, if you like. So have a look at this river, folks. It looks like you're in the middle of the Amazon with all these trees and everything. So I'm pretty sure there's good fishing around here. It's pretty wild by the looks of things, so there's got to be something. There's someone pedaling out there. So yep, so it's pretty good. We are in summer right now. There's a lot of ants, so I'm just trying to clean some of the ants from my legs. So I've got to be careful with the ants. So yeah, interesting that we got some pine trees here, and then some of the local bush trees, if you like. So here's a nice and quiet little spot all to myself. I'm going to have my lunch right now. Yeah, there's sort of these very deep holes here. I'm not sure what kind of fauna lives in there, but it's interesting. So yeah, this is it, folks. If you can hear motorbikes in the background, that's because not far from here is the main road, and motorcycle riders like riding around here. So that is it, folks. It's a bit of a shame that I'm not going to be able to explore the 10-kilometer or the 6 miles fire trail that I wanted to ride on today. I kind of like knew that even before riding, it was always, it just had some kind of ghost shift. But as I read it more, I actually experienced rather you know, more ghost shifts and things like that. So I thought better play it safe. I don't want to be stuck, you know, with this rig walking long ways towards my car. So that's not the plan. So that's my GoPro turning off. That little noise that you just heard. So I'm gonna be doing a video on this as well for my channel. So yeah, this is it. This is a 29er, 29-inch wheels, very comfortable to ride, but shame about the gears. So alright folks, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you all later.